Welcome to today's edition of the Anaglyph Jukebox. You never know what you'll find on the old jukebox. Let's press B31. Okay, we've got Paris en relief. En évoquant si on y était. We see them as if we were there. Albums on Anaglyphes offers striking impressions of the relief and perspective of monuments. Ask your bookseller to complete your collection. The views in this album will be seen in striking relief by the use of the accompanying two-color eyeglasses. Apply it closely to your eyes. After a few seconds, the various planes will gradually appear. If you usually wear spectacles, keep them on. Paris en relief is part of a series of 17 anaglyph books published in France by Les Editions en Anaglyphes. The albums are 10.5 by 8.25 inches and have cardboard covers with 18 interior pages and 16 3D images. Originally published in 1937 and sold for 180 francs, they would have been about $1.60 each, inflation adjusted. Of the 17 albums, only 2 feature subjects outside of France: Rome and its monuments, and Istanbul and Turkey. For a very long time, France and the United States seem to lead the world in their devotion to, and the variety of, their stereoscopic endeavors. And if it weren't for the French, there wouldn't even be an anaglyph jukebox. In the book Paris in 3D, From Stereoscopy to Virtual Reality, 1850 to 2000, a good friend of the New York Stereoscopic Association, Dennis Pellerin, detailed the development of the anaglyph process in his chapter, The Anaglyph, a new form of stereoscopy. Tracing the antecedents of the anaglyph takes us back to a November 1851 article in La Lumière by Parisian chemist Marc-Antoine Gaudin, who references an experiment by an optician, Jules Dubois, to project three-dimensional images on a backdrop. The concept of stereo separation by complementary colors was slowly being born. 2 years later, in 1853, the German mathematician Wilhelm Rollmann presented stereoscopic drawings in yellow and blue. 5 years after that, in 1858, in France, red and green colored filters were used for the first time on 2 projectors by Joseph Charles d'Almeida. Optician Alfred Molteni gained fame for his anaglyphic projections using the method developed by d'Almeida. Quote, on 15 September 1891, the French inventor Louis Ducol du Harron, 1837 to 1920, submitted a patent for, quote, prints, photographs, and stereoscopic images that produce their effect in daylight without the use of a stereoscope. The process, which he called the anaglyph, involved the superimposition on paper, and not the projection, of the images of a stereoscopic pair in red and blue. He agreed to give up the rights on his patents for any attempt, quote, which aimed to print and publish an anaglyphic image of the moon suspended in space. Dennis Pellerin. Okay, you cleaned your plate, you made your bed, and you were very attentive to today's presentation. So, as a special bonus, and at no additional cost, the jukebox is going to present 4 images of classic French stereo viewers and their cards. All 4 are similar to what's sometimes referred to as second-generation TrueView format from an American firm, in that they use rectangular cardboard cards to hold their stereo photo pairs. Lestrade. The Lestrade was a stereoscopic viewer similar in concept to Viewmaster, except that the images are on a rectangular card rather than a circular reel. Each card contains 10 pairs of images on Kodachrome slide film, and each pair of images has 2 sprocket holes to advance the card using a lever on the viewer. Bruguière. Bruguière began making parallel pair 3D viewers in the late 1940s, starting with the simple but excellent Bruguière No. 1 viewer. Their Stereo Click Super Viewer from the mid-1960s is one of the jukebox's all-time favorites for its design and function, especially the metal ring between the lenses for focusing. Bruguière stereo cards, though similar to Lestrade's, were not interchangeable. They had one advanced sprocket hole to the Lestrade's 2. Color relief. The lenses on this viewer, though close together, are of very good quality. The light apertures are large and capture a lot of light. So color relief stereo cards feature bright, clear color images. This viewer also works with Bruguière stereo cards. Georges Bruguière purchased the color relief company in 1965 and shut it down several years later. Romo. The brand name Romo was derived from the name of its creator, Robert Mouzier. Romo stereo viewers were manufactured in the 1950s up until 1968. Romo cards have 12 stereo pairs, although some special editions consisted of just 10 images. Romo produced quality images whose color and clarity hold up very well today.